over 206 million population. Did you know that Indonesia, most of them, they accepted Islam not by force and not by bribery, but because they were convinced. Because Muslim merchants went to Indonesia, they met these other Indonesian merchants, they carried the spirit of Islam. They carried the manners of Islam. This is how Indonesia became Muslim. Because they accepted the reality of Islam, the manners of Islam. Not by force, and not by compulsion. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, when he went to Mecca after 10 years, Fatah Mecca, when he went and he conquered Mecca. When Quraysh had fought him for over 10 years, when Rasulullah went to Mecca and he conquered Mecca, the people of Quraysh who fought him for 10 years or more, they came to him. Rasulullah said, مَا تَظَنُّونَ إِنِّي صَانِعٌ بِكُمْ. What do you think I should do to you right now? You killed my uncle, you killed my family members, and you fought me for 10 years. What do you think I should do to you right now? They said, أَخٌ كَرِيمٌ وَابْنُ أَخٍ كَرِيمٌ. They said, we see you as a brother, a good brother, and a good nephew. They said, اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء. That's it, no, you're free. You're free to do whatever you want. No one has to become Muslim. Rasulullah didn't force a single person from the people of Mecca to become Muslim. Yet when they saw these manners from Rasulullah, they all came to Islam. Allah revealed this verse. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. They came to Islam by the thousands in groups. Why? Because they realized the essence of Islam, not by force. Even Wahshi, Qatil Hamza, the one who killed Hamza. Hamza was very dear to Rasulullah. When Hamza died, Rasulullah was very sad. He was extremely sad. For days Rasulullah would weep over Hamza. Even Wahshi, the one who killed Hamza, he came to Rasulullah. And he sought forgiveness. Rasulullah forgave him. And he became Muslim willingly, not by force. Even Wahshi. A person who killed his own uncle. This is soft power, my dear friends. This is not hard power. Islam is the religion that teaches us about soft power. As for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, the Quran says, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You have great manners, Ya Rasulullah. Rasulullah had lots of qualities. He was brave, he was strong, he was faithful, he was intelligent, he was knowledgeable. Yet Allah immortalizes one quality more than the others. His manners. Rasulullah's manners. إِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You want to know how great of a praise this is? If you do something good, if you're a journalist and you write an article, and if someone a regular person reads your article and tells you, this is a great article, would you be flattered? You would be flattered. Anyone would be flattered. If a regular person tells you that your article is good, how about if another journalist reads your article and tells you that's an excellent article, and I should be flattered even more? Because this time it's coming from another journalist. But how about if Thomas Friedman from the New York Times, one of the greatest columnists in the New York Times, reads your article and comes and tells you, wow, that's an excellent article. There's nothing better than that. The best journalist is telling you you wrote a good article. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you must be a really good journalist. If the best journalist is telling you you're a good journalist, you have a good article. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's the greatest. There's nothing greater than Allah. Allah tells Rasulullah, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Ya Rasulullah, you have great manners. Allah is the greatest, and He's telling Rasulullah, you have great manners. Now, you know what great manners Rasulullah had? If Allah is praising Him. Rasulullah had great manners. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. From the mercy of Allah, Ya Rasulullah, you softened for them. You became soft. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. Ya Rasulullah, if you were harsh, Allah tells him, if you were harsh, if you were rough, if you were ill-mannered, no one would have followed you. You wouldn't have had any followers. Rasulullah attracted followers from every nation. Salman al-Farsi from Persia, Bilal al-Habashi, Suhaib al-Rumi, Abi Dhar al-Ghifari al-Arabi. Rasulullah had collected companions from all nations. How? Rasulullah was passing out cash? Rasulullah was passing out lands? Brand new cars? What did Rasulullah have? Rasulullah was broke. Rasulullah was literally broke. His wife Khadija had to give him money. Rasulullah had no hard power, so to speak. Yet Rasulullah owned one thing. It was called as-sadiq al-amin. The honest, the trustworthy. The people knew that Rasulullah told no lie. Rasulullah spoke the truth. That's why when he declared himself as a prophet, most people accepted. Because for 40 years Rasulullah hadn't told a single lie. Why would he lie now? This was his soft power. Among Rasulullah's soft power, how he drew people to him. Rasulullah would sit in sessions of circles. All the time, when he would sit with his companions, he would sit in circles. Why? Because when you sit regularly, there's always a VIP seat. Some companions would feel like they need to sit in the VIP seats. But when you sit in a circle, there are no VIP seats. Every seat is a VIP seat. There's no special seat in a circle. Rasulullah made everyone feel equal. No one felt above others. Every companion was the same. Rasulullah would divide his attention equally to each and every single one of his companions. Not just his attention, even his sights, even his glances. If at one companion he glanced for 10 seconds, the other companion he would glance for 10 seconds. If you looked at another companion for 20 seconds, he would look at another companion for 20 seconds. He treated them all equally. كلكم من آدم وآدم من تراب. Rasulullah would say, إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. I was sent for manners. This was my goal, the goal of my prophethood. And indeed, when you look at the prophet of Rasulullah, Rasulullah didn't bring anything new. If it was Tawheed, all other prophets spoke about Tawheed. If it was Al-Ma'ad and the Day of Judgment, all other prophets spoke about the Day of Judgment. And if it was heaven and hell, all other prophets spoke about heaven and hell. What is it that Rasulullah brought that was new? Al-Akhlaq. Manners. He would say, إِنَّكُمْ لَا تَسُعُ النَّاسَ بِأَمْوَالِكُمْ فَسَعُوهُمْ بِأَخْلَاقِكُمْ. You can't buy people with your wealth, but you can buy them with your manners. Indeed, when you do something good to another person, he feels in debt to you. You buy him. You purchased him. Rasulullah purchased people with his manners. Rasulullah attracted people with his manners. He wasn't passing out land or wealth or money or political positions. It was his manners. And the same thing goes for Amir al-Mu'min Ali ibn Abi Talib sallallahu alayhi. It was his manners. Why did Amir al-Mu'min attract a good number of people? Loyal servants. Loyal servants. Those that were willing to risk their lives for Imam Ali. Indeed, Amir al-Mu'min had companions like no other. In history, we never read about companions that were as loyal to their master as the companions of Imam Ali. Of course, Imam Hossein, as we shall get to. One of them was Maytham al-Tammar. Maytham al-Tammar was a slave. He was black. He was illiterate, and he couldn't perform anything. One day, Amir al-Mu'min alayhi salam was walking in the streets of Kufa. He sees Maytham.